As we're about to get underway here from Driller Park, it's a beautiful day for baseball. 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Sun's down. The shadows are covering just out past the mound here, and the rest of the field is in the sunlight, so that'll continue to change as the ball game goes on. Wanted to give you a quick update from a game that from Game 2 that just finished earlier yesterday. Atlanta beats White Oak 6-2, and in Game 2, the Rabbits came from behind to win the ball game in 7 innings. So they'll advance on to the next round of the playoffs, and the Roughnecks are out. In other action, Game 1 of the bi-district series between Harmony and Sabine is underway. Currently in the bottom of the second inning, Sabine has blown it open to a 10-4 lead over Harmony. Throughout the evening, we'll see if we can't get some more updates on some other ball games. On the hill today for Mineola is number 5, Spencer Joyner. Joyner comes into the ball game in 44 innings pitched. He throws 69.46 strikes, 37 strikeouts, 11 walks, ERA of 2.25. Not an overpowering young man, but from the reports we got on him, he stays around the plate and keeps you honest, keeps you off balance, has good changeup. And fastball's just hard enough that he can get it by you, so if you're not looking for it. So leading off the ball game here for the Eagles is going to be number 7, Darren Maines. In the Troop Series, Maines went 4 for 8, even 500. Been the leadoff man for the Eagles all year. Stepped into the box, and Joyner comes set. Maines takes low for first pitch of the ball game, and we're underway. 1-0 your count. Joyner is a right-handed hurler. The 1-0's low, 2-0. Maines did have the most amount of walks this season for the Eagles with 20. Finished the regular season with 20 walks. That pitch is swung on, flew out to left field. Left fielder Shrums coming in, falls to his knees, but it's able to make the catch. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up center fielder John Luttrell. Luttrell comes into the ballgame, finishing the regular season at .341 with a .413 on base percentage. Hit .429 in the series against Troop. First pitch swinging. It's going to be a ground ball. The third baseman fires over to first. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Third baseman's Caden Bell fired over to Caleb Grant there. That's going to bring up your catcher, number 2, Elliott Foreman. Foreman finished the regular season with a .368 batting average, a .533 on base percentage. Takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Foreman steps back into the box. Joyner comes set. Anderson set up on the outside half of the plate. Catches the corner, 0-2. Oh and 2, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Joyner grazes Foreman with that fastball, so be hit by pitch. Foreman trots down to first base. Looked like it caught him just on the either just on the guard or inside part of the jersey there. That's going to bring him number 18, Zach Malone. We're also going to have a courtesy runner for Foreman. Be number 12, Landon Chapman. Malone comes into the ball game with a regular season batting average of .317 with even .400 on base percentage. Joyner looks over at Chapman as he takes his lead away from first. That ball's drilled past the third baseman Bell out into left field. It's going to be a 2-out single for Malone. As Chapman advances down to second base to bring up number 6, Ethan Atkinson. That ball was hit very hard by Malone. Just about 3 feet to the glove side of third baseman there, and reached out but was unable to make a play on it. Atkinson steps into the box after a phenomenal series against Troop. Takes high and outside for ball 1. Atkinson was 4 for 7 with a couple of singles and a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. He bats here with a 1-0 count, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, Eagles have 2 runners on. That pitch is going to be popped up. First baseman Gantz moving over into foul territory. Stumbles, and drops the ball. So Atkinson's going to get new life here. Gant kind of backpedaled over to move to his left and then kind of backpedaled for several steps and looked like the ball, when the ball came down, just hit off the heel of his gloves. So it's going to even the count up at 1-1. Joyner set, checks Chapman at second. Hot and outside, ball 2. 2-1's your count. The 2-1's fouled back. Take counts 2-2. Joyner with a long look into Anderson. Quickly looks back to second base. Now comes set. Ball's going to be just fouled there. It's going to roll back here to the backstop. We'll do it again. 2-2. Chapman's on second base after courtesy running for Foreman, who was hit by a pitch with 2 outs. Malone came up and singled right behind him to the hole at third and short. Atkinson calls times granted by the home plate umpire. Just before Joyner started his windup. Ethan steps back in, ready to go. That ball's going to be flown out to left field. Schrumm's coming in, loses his hat, but makes the catch. That's going to retire the side for the Eagles. No runs on 1 hit. Going to the bottom of the first inning, your score, New Diana 0, Mineola coming up. We're in the bottom of the first inning here at Driller Park. New Diana threatened in the top half of the frame, but wasn't able to push across any runs. Mineola is going to be led off by number 4, catcher Coy Anderson. Anderson comes into the ball game with through 61 plate appearances, which is his last 17 last 17 ball games, including the 3 playoff games against New Boston, hitting an even 200 with a 344 on base percentage. Malone starts him with a fastball high. Number 18, senior Zach Malone on the hill for the Eagles. Also pitched game 1 against Troop. Takes ball 2 in the dirt. In 6 innings against Troop, Malone allowed 3 hits, 1 run, was not earned, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Here behind in the count, 2-0 to Anderson. Malone kicks and fires inside corner, taking first strike. 2-1. Malone's got the sign from Foreman. Steps, kicks, and fires. Ground ball, third baseman Austin Kearns. Great leaping kicks. Makes a great throw over stretch. Good dig by Newland for the first out of the inning. Tremendous job by Kearns to get a hold of it. Newland was laid out in the splits and picked the ball off the ground. Great job by both of the young men. That's going to bring up number 3, second baseman Riley Fowler. Ball was not hit very hard, but it was down the line and was a chopper. Kearns kept it from going over his head. Snagged it, had to make a quick throw, didn't get a whole lot on it. Newland stretched out and got him. Riley squares, shows bunt. Takes for a strike. 0-1. It's an awesome defensive gem to start the ball game here. Riley Fowler's right-handed hitter. Squares again to bunt, then pulls it back, swings. It's going to be fouled off. Little slash there from Fowler. Counts 0-2. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. New Diana 0, Mineola 0. Foreman sets up outside. Fouled back again. Oh and 2. The pitch. Just misses off the outside corner. 1-2. Not a bad miss there with the fastball. The 1-2. Good curveball there from Malone. Is going to get Fowler swinging. Be the second out of the inning. Is going to bring up the third hitter. Shortstop, number 10, Kason Davis. Davis comes into the ballgame with 60 plate appearances through 17 games, hitting .304 with a .350 on base percentage. First pitch from Malone, swung on and missed by Davis. Strike 1. Davis is also a right-handed hitter here. As Malone kicks and fires. Little change up low, swung on and missed. 0-2. Davis steps back in, hugging the front right corner of the box here. That's going to get him looking with a Malone fastball as Malone struts off to the mound. It's going to retire the Yellow Jackets at the bottom of the first inning, going to the top of the second. Your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 0. We're in the top of the second inning here in Kilgore, Texas at historic Driller Park. New Diana threatened with 2 runners in the first inning, top of the first inning, and wasn't able to plate anybody across. And then Malone struck out 2 of the 3 hitters after a awesome defensive gem by Austin Kearns and Jacob Newland to make the first out to the bottom half of the last inning. Leading off for the Eagles is going to be number 5, Jacob Newland. And I've got to take just a second here to apologize to the young man. This kid's worked harder than just about anybody I know over the last year. He was 215 pounds and decided he wanted to get serious about baseball and has worked his absolute tail off to get down to about 175. And I had some disparaging remarks about his second at bat in the Troop ball game in Game 1. And you can't do that. As Newland takes off the inside corner, ball 1. So I apologize, son. I love you. Newland steps back into the box. Joyner's pitching from the stretch here. That pitch is going to be fouled back. 1-1. Newland comes into the ballgame hitting .283. Finished the regular season at .283 with a .427 on-base percentage. Hit an even .500 against Troop. Little check swing there. Fouls it straight back to the net. 1-2. Against Troop, he was 3 for 6. Couple of RBIs, couple of runs scored. Down in the count here, 1-2. Leading off the inning for the leading off the top of the second for the Eagles. Newland steps back in and adjusts his helmet through his ear hole. A couple of underhanded practice swings. Joyner comes set, kicks. Curveball's going to be a little high, but Newland fouls it off. Newland part of the class of 2023. He's a sophomore, as are several of the Eagles on this team. The 2-2. It's going to be skied out to center field. Thomas Hooten's running in. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up left fielder number 9, Hayden Thomas. Thomas hit .400 against Troop. Went 2 for 5. Couple of runs scored, couple of hit by pitches as well. Had a crucial 2-out, 2 RBI single against Troop. Helped blow that ball game, that second game open. First pitch swung on here from Joyner and missed. Strike 1. Shadows are starting to creep here. They've now fully encompassed second base and third base. First base and the outfield are still in the sun. Thomas swings and misses. Strike 2. Anderson sets up on the outside of the plate. Change up high and away. Ball 1. That is Joyner's 22nd pitch of the ball game. Malone needed 12 pitches to get out of the first inning. That pitch swung on and missed. It is in the dirt. Anderson pops up to avoid the drop third strike, fires down to first base. It is second out of the inning. Bring up the number 8 hitter, right fielder Peyton Brewer. Brewer finished the regular season with a .340 average, .459 on base percentage. Had a .429 on base percentage against Troop. Comes up here with nobody on, 2 out. As Joyner starts him with a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Through the first 25 pitches, I can say that Joyner has lived up to his reputation. Not extremely overpowering, but he does have some excellent off speed and will keep you off balance. That ball's taken outside. 2-0. Joyner kicks and fires. At the knees, strike one. 2-1's your count. Joyner set, misses off the inside corner, 3-1. Burr's doing a good job of working the count here. Joyner is working pretty quickly here. That fastball is going to be fouled back to the screen. Filler up, 3-2. Anderson's doing a good job of getting the sign quickly from the dugout and relaying it over to Joyner. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. 2 consecutive strikeouts for Joyner. It's going to end the inning in the top half of the second inning for the Eagles. Going to the bottom of the second, your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 0. We've moved to the bottom of the second inning. New Diana went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the frame. Yellow Jackets are going to be led off by their cleanup hitter, number 7, first baseman Caleb Gant. Gant comes into the ballgame in last 17 ballgames, hitting .328 with a .371 on base percentage. Malone starts him with a fastball that's fouled straight back, 0-1. Joyner's needed 29 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. First 8 Eagle hitters. Freshman Austin Kearns will lead off the Eagles in the top half of the third. Good breaking ball there. Welled at and missed by Gant, 0-2. Fooled him there a little bit. Gant rakes his foot across the batter's box and steps back in. Malone with a hard fastball. Got over to first. Newland, Malone covering, is able to flip it to him for the first out of the inning. Good defensive play there with Malone covering. It's going to bring up your pitcher for the Yellow Jackets, number 5, Spencer Joyner. Joyner comes in hitting .280 with a .390 on base percentage. Fouls that first Malone offering back to the screen. 0-1. 9 walks and 13 strikeouts. One of 5 Mineola hitters in double digits for RBIs with 10. Malone just misses there with a fastball. 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, New Diana and Mineola knotted up at 0. That ball's going to be grounded right back to Malone. Snags it, Flips over to Newland for out number 2. First 2 outs have gone 3-1, 1-3. It's going to bring up your designated hitter from Mineola, number 15, Connor Gibson. Gibson's a big young man, steps into the box, right-handed hitter. Appears to stand about 6'3", maybe 6'4". Malone starts him with a breaking ball, misses inside, ball 1. Gibson comes in his last 50 plate appearances hitting a .196 with a .260 on-base percentage. Swings and misses that Malone breaking ball, 1-1. Gibson steps back into the box. Malone's got the sign, kicks, fires. Going to be a little dribbler just right out in front of the plate. Malone kind of bobbles it for just a second. Throw's going to pull Newland off the bag. So Gibson's going to reach on the error there. Just a little nubber hit just past the dirt portion of the circle around home plate there, the dirt circle onto the grass, and Malone had charged. He fumbled it just a little bit as he went to get it and kind of rushed his throw a little bit and pulled Newland off the bag there. But so that's going to bring up your number 7 hitter, left fielder Brady Schrum. Malone's fastball misses low for ball 1. Going to recant that. Connor Gibson may be 6'5". As that Malone fastball's at the knees to even it up at 1-1. He's standing over at the bag with Newland, who's 5'10", and Newland's up to about his shoulders. So, big man. So he takes his lead. Oh, that ball's going to get away from Foreman. It's going to roll to the backstop there. It's going to make the count 2-1 as Gibson hustles down to second base. I have to check the official score to see if that's going to be a wild pitch or a pass ball. I couldn't see from my perspective if it actually hit the dirt or not, or if it just, of course, it could have got Foreman crossed up as well. So Mineola has a man in scoring position for the first time tonight. Counts 2-1 with 2 outs on Brady Schrum. Malone with a high leg kick. Fires, swung on and missed there by Schrum, even the count at 2-2. Malone checks Gibson at second. Another high leg kick. Good breaking ball. Soft liner out to the shortstop, Darren Maines, who makes the catch. So that's going to bring us to the end of the second inning. Your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 0. Elite Refrigeration and Air has over 25 years experience and is located right here in Diana, Texas. We're here to help you with all your refrigeration and air conditioning needs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you need a small repair or a brand new installation of your AC unit, ice machine, heat pump, or cooler freezer, Elite Refrigeration has you covered. Call 903-387-8247 day or night to have one of our highly qualified technicians dispatched out to your location, because the best never rest. Elite Refrigeration is a proud sponsor of New Diana Eagle Baseball.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all.
Top of the third inning here from Driller Park in Kilgore, Texas. New Diana and Mineola are all tied at 0. I was looking at the scoreboard, sorry. All tied at 0. Eagles went 3 up and 3 down last inning. Going to be led off by their number 9 hitter, third baseman Austin Kearns. Joyner's first pitch, taken at the knees for a strike. Kearns comes into the ball game with a phenomenal series. After following a phenomenal series, the ball's going to be flied out to center field. Hooten gets underneath it and makes the grab. That's going to be the first out of the inning, as I was saying. Kearns had a phenomenal series against Troop. 500 average and 600 on base percentage. Had a critical triple in that big inning for the Eagles in game 2. It's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup. Number 7, Darren Maines. Maines flied out to left field his first time. Watches a Joyner change up there for ball 1. See if the Eagles do a better job now that they've seen Joyner once through the lineup. The 1-0. Fouled back, 1-1. One out, top of the third inning. Zeros on the scoreboard. New Diana has 1 hit, courtesy of Zach Malone back in the first, as Maines takes high for ball 2. The 2-1. That's going to be hit out to left field. Schrum gets underneath it. So he did not know where the ball was. Ended up falling. Maines is going to make it all the way to second base on that. Running hard all the way. Lost the ball in the sun. Never saw it. So with 1 out here. Eagles are going to have a man in scoring position with number 19, center fielder John Luttrell coming up. Luttrell grounded out to third base his last time. Maines is taking his lead away from second. Luttrell swings and misses at the first Joyner offering. 0-1. The ball was hit pretty high out into left field, and it looked like Schrum had set up underneath it, but just had no idea where it was, apparently, because it dropped about 20 feet to his right. The 0-1. Good breaking ball there from Joyner. Luttrell not able to check his swing, 0-2. Shortstop's shaded way over near the third base. So there's a huge gap between the shortstop and second base here, as Luttrell takes for ball 1. Third baseman's about 10 feet off the bag, and first base is playing very deep and a good 20, 25 feet off. That curveball is going to be swung on and missed by Luttrell. Second out of the inning. It'll bring up your catcher, Elliott Foreman. Foreman was hit by a pitch his first at bat. Let's see if the defensive alignment continues here. With Fowler at second base, he's playing. He's off just about as much as Maines is, but the shortstop is shaded very far over. As curveball misses low, 1-0. So the third baseman's even with the bag, and the shortstop is just about on the outfield grass there. As that second pitch is going to hit, look like a changeup, but it's going to hit Foreman in the knee. So that's going to put runners on first and second here for the Eagles. That's Foreman's second consecutive hit by pitch. And once again, we'll have number 12, Landon Chapman, come in and run for Foreman. So for the second time in the first 3 innings, the Eagles have 2 men on here with 2 outs. As number 18, Zach Malone, steps in. Malone's responsible for the lone. Was the lone hit prior to Maine's double there. Joyner starts him with a curveball in there for strike 1. Malone pounded a Joyner fastball through the hole at third and short. Oh, that ball's going to be sliced just foul down the first base line, 0-2. Malone looking to take the ball the other way here as the Yellow Jackets have the overshift on the right side of on the infield. Outfield's playing straight away. Joyner looks into Anderson for the sign. Comes set. Going to be a ground ball. It's over to first base. Joyner covers and just beats the diving Malone to retire the Eagles. Wasn't an especially hit ground ball, but Joyner did a good job of hustling over, and first baseman Gant flipped it to him to retire the Eagles. So going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, your score: New Diana 0, Mineola 0.
School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a...
Leading out the bottom of the 3rd for the Mineola Yellow Jackets is going to be center fielder number 11, Thomas Hooten. Hooten comes into the ball game 17 games his last 17 games, hitting .233 with a .365 on base percentage. Hooten squares the bunt. Fastball from Malone misses off the inside corner, 1-0. Scouting report on Mineola was that they will play small ball. They don't hit the ball especially well, but they will bunt when they need to and make you field your position. As Hooten squares again, but pulls back as Malone's fastball is right down the middle, 1-1. The 1-1, no squaring then, swung on and missed, 1-2. The 1-2, Hooten is squared, pulls it back. Malone misses high and away. Ball 2, 2-2. Through the first 3 innings, Joyner had thrown 44 pitches. As Hooten squares again. This time the Malone curveball misses. He's going to fill her up, 3-2. Hooten steps back in. And Malone fastball is going to miss low. So that's going to put Hooten on here with a leadoff walk. bring up the number 9 hitter, right fielder, Jack Hurd. Hurd comes in his last 30 plate appearances, hitting .259 with a .333 on base percentage. He also squares, goes after but misses, 0-1. Kearns is now playing way up on the grass here at third base with the runner on first. That fastball misses high as Hurd squares again. 1-1. Look down at third base coach as he relays the signs to the runner and the hitter. Hurd steps back in. Malone set to deliver the 1-1. It's going to be grounded. Third baseman Austin Kearns comes in, fields it, fires over to Newland. It's going to be the first out of the inning. Effective sacrifice there by Hurd. It's going to move Hooten down to second base. That's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with your catcher, Coy Anderson. Anderson grounded out to Kearns, his first at bat. Phenomenal play for Kearns just to get to the ball. And then Newland stretched out in the splits to haul it in and barely get Anderson at first. Comes up here with one out, bottom of the third inning, as Malone checks Hooten at second. That fastball's on the outside corner, 0-1. Malone takes a deep breath, toes the rubber, peers into Foreman for the sign. Comes set, slide step, ball bounces in front of the plate, swung on and missed. Foreman does a great job of blocking it, keeping it in front. It's going to be 0-2. Anderson steps back in, couple of practice swings. Malone comes set. The 0-2. It's going to be popped up. Looks like first baseman Newland's underneath it. Calls it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. It's going to be the second baseman, Riley Fowler. Fowler was a Malone strikeout victim his first at bat. One of only two strikeouts that Malone had through the first time through the Mineola lineup. Fowler comes up here with two outs, bottom of the third inning. Your score is 0-0. Hooten's on second base. That Malone fastball's on the inside corner, strike one. Hooten walked, Hurd sacrificed, and then Anderson popped out to first base. Malone set to deliver the 0-1. As Fowler squares to bunt. It's going to be a good bunt. Nothing really we could do. The Eagles could do. Malone got over to the line to cover it. So now the Mineola Yellow Jackets are going to have runners at first and third. After that bunt single by Fowler. It's a very good bunt. Kept the Eagles off guard there, and it was right down the line. Not a single thing that they could do. That died right to about halfway down the line. Foreman has relayed his signs to the infield. That ball's going to be hammered out to left field. Hayden Thomas is tracking underneath it, hangs underneath, makes the catch. Ball held up in the air for a long, long time, but that's going to retire the side after Mineola picks up their first hit. No runs, though. Going to the top of the fourth inning, your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 0.
And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We've moved to the top of the fourth inning here at Trailer Park, Kilgore, Texas, where New Diana battles Mineola, currently tied at 0. Eagles are going to be led off by number 6, Ethan Atkinson. Atkinson flied out to left field his first at bat. First pitch from Joyner is going to be grounded right to the shortstop. Throw over for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out. The shortstop, Kason Davis, played right in the hole there as the Yellow Jackets continue the overshift. It's not as severe as it was last inning, but it is definitely shaded to the third base side. It's going to bring up the first baseman, number 5, Jacob Newland. Newland flied out to center field his first at bat. Joyner's got the sign from Anderson. First pitch is in the dirt, laid off by Newland. Good take there, ball 1. Newland shrugs his shoulders and steps into the box. The 1-0. Able to lay off there, misses off the outside corner, 2-0. As Anderson set up right down the middle at the knees. That ball's outside, 3-0. We'll have an automatic take situation here for Newland as the Eagles need base runners. Steps in, Joyner comes set, kicks, fires right down the middle, strike 1. Three and one out. Atkinson grounded to shortstop to start the inning. That ball's going to be high, so that's going to send Newland down to first base with Joyner's first walk of the afternoon. Does have 2 hit by pitches, but it's going to bring up the left fielder, number 9, Hayden Thomas. Thomas went down on strikes his first at bat as he looks over Coach Martinez in the third base box as he's relaying the signs. Newland takes his lead away from first as Joyner looks over. First pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Anderson. Newland not able to advance to second, so that's going to be ball 1. The 1-0. It's going to be a ground ball just foul down the first base line. Even the count at 1-1. Now, I have to say the scouting reports that couple of scouting reports that we'd received on Mineola so far have lived up to exactly what they said they would. Small ball and effective pitching. That ball's going to be pop foul. Catcher Anderson giving chase. Stumbles but is able to make the catch in foul territory for the second out of the inning. He's going to bring up the right fielder, Peyton Brewer. After a lengthy at-bat, Brewer also went down on strikes his first at-bat. So Newland's going to remain at second, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning here. Only 3 hits thus far in the ball game, 2 by New Diana, 1 by Mineola. Bunt single in the last inning. As Brewer takes high for ball 1. Joyner comes set. That ball misses off the inside corner. Ball 2. Two and 0 you count, 2 outs. Top 4. Newland's on first base courtesy of a walk. 1 out walk. As Joyner fires over. It's the first pickoff attempt we've seen. Newland's back safely. The 2-0 misses. He's going to take the count to 3-0. Brewer doing a good job here of laying off those pitches. They were all around the strike zone. Not quite strikes. That ball's going to be just below the knee, but called a strike by the umpire there. That'll take your count to 3-1. 3-1, 2 outs. Top 4, score 0-0. So that pitch is swung on and missed there by Brewer. It's going to fill her up 3-2, so Newland will be on the run here with be on the move with 2 outs. That pitch just fouled out of the glove of Anderson there. As Newland was on the move, so we'll do it again. We'll reload here. 3-2, 2 outs, top 4. Eagles with the runner on first base and Peyton Brewer at bat. Joyner checks Newland over at first. Gant's not holding him on. So he takes off. That ball's going to be lined out to Brady Schrum in left field. Makes a diving catch, comes up with it to retire the Eagles. Ball was absolutely smashed by Brewer there, but Schrum made a diving catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Going to the bottom of the 4th, your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 0. Bottom of the 4th inning, New Diana 0, Mineola 0. Yellow Jackets are going to be led off by their cleanup hitter and first baseman, number 7, Caleb Gant. Gant grounded out to Newland with Malone covering from the pitcher's spot. As first at bat. Malone's first pitch is breaking ball, swung on, fouled back, 0-1. Eagles got a man on in the bottom half of the inning, courtesy of a one-out walk, but weren't able to get him past first base. So had 2 hits in the ball game so far for the Eagles. That ball's going to be popped out to second base. Ethan Atkinson calling for it, sets under and makes the grab. It's going to be the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 4th. Got to bring up your pitcher, number 5, Spencer Joyner. Joyner grounded out to Malone his first at bat. Malone's been effective here this evening. Been able to keep the Mineola hitters off balance. Their one hit is a bunt single that they had in the last inning. As that Malone fastball misses low for ball 1. Malone stands on top of the rubber, takes a deep breath, lifts his glove near his face, steps, kicks, and fires. Good breaking ball there. Buckled the knees of Joyner, even the count at 1-1. Joyner steps back in, double taps the plate with the barrel of his bat. The 1-1 misses. It's going to make the count 2-1. Infield for the Eagles are straight away. As that changeup's swung on and missed. Even the count at 2-2. Kearns is even with the bag at third. Newland's playing behind the bag at first. Outfield is playing fairly shallow here at Driller Park. It's 3:25 down the lines. As that pitch is skied up in the air. Second baseman Ethan Atkinson gets underneath it. And actually it's made by Peyton Brewer. A little deke there by Atkinson as Brewer comes in just behind him to make the catch. It's the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the DH, Connor Gibson. Eagles are in their new unis, their new gray unis, with white New Diana written across the front with the letters on the bottom half of the jersey in white. As that Malone fastball misses low, ball 1. Got the gray pants with the multiple piping down the sides. And the navy socks. That pitch is going to be skied out to center field. Number 19, John Luttrell, sets underneath it and makes the grab. Mineola goes 3 up, 3 down, the bottom of the 4th, moving to the top 5. Your score, New Diana, 0. Mineola, 0. We're in the top of the 5th inning here in this game 1 between New Diana in Mineola, the area baseball playoffs. Eagles going to be led off by the number 9 hitter, number 8, Austin Kearns. Kearns flied out to center field his first at bat. '61st pitch from Joiners, fouled back. 0-1. Eagles have only been set down in order one time, and that was back in the second inning. And they've had men on in 3 of the first 4 innings. 2 of those first 4 had men in scoring position. With 2 outs as Kearns takes high. Just not able to push anybody to third base and get them home. 1-1's your count as Kearns leads us off here. Joyner kicks, fires. Ball's high. Kearns is able to check his swing. 2-1. In the top of the 6th inning, Sabine is holding an 11-7 lead over Harmony. As Joyner's 2-1 hits Kearns, it's going to be the 3rd hit by pitch of the game for Joyner. As the Eagles have the leadoff man on here. Take us back to the top of the order with number 7, Darren Maines. Maines has flown out to left and doubled. 1 of 2 Eagle hits this evening as Anderson calls time and goes out to talk to his pitcher. Anderson retreats back behind the dish. Maines looks down, get his signs from Coach Martinez. Steps in and we're ready to go. Kearns inches away, takes off. Had the hit and run on there as Maines fouls it back. 0-1. Martinez relays the signs again. Maines puts 1 foot in the box, takes a little practice swing, double taps the plate. Umpire says we're ready to go. Joyner comes set. That fastball swung on and missed, 0-2. Oh, 0-2, nobody out. Austin Kearns is on first base after a hit by pitch. Led the inning off for the Eagles. That ball's going to be popped just out of play here. Driller Park pounds off the tin roof that covers the stands here. So we'll do it again, 0-2. As I said before here at Driller, we're 325 down the lines. 365 to left center and right center, and 400 even to straightaway center field where the American flag stands. That pitch is going to be fouled back, 0-2. Maine's doing a good job here staying alive. Mineola still has the shortstop shaded over to the third base side. Third baseman's just on the cut of the grass here. Is quick fire over to first. Kearns is back safely. Center fielders playing fairly deep. Left field and right field aren't especially deep. That ball's going to be in the dirt. Kearns was moving on the pitch. Not going to be able to get him. Good stolen base there by Kearns. Counts 1-2 on Maines now. The Eagles have their first runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. You have a big hole on that right side if he's able to move Kearns over to third base here. The 1-2. Hammered down the line. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Kearns is going to round third, score easily as Maines is going to cruise into second. with a RBI double, second double in a row for Maines. New Diana will take a 1-0 lead. That ball was crushed over the third base bag. I actually think Schrum may have slid over and cut it off just before it got to the wall, but it did not matter. It was deep enough that Kearns was able to score easily. It's going to bring up center fielder John Luttrell here as Maines takes his lead away from second base. Joyner misses outside, 1-0. 1-0's in the dirt. Good job by Anderson there to block the baseball, keep it from going to the screen. 2-0. Maines is able to get a good read here. Fowler's trying to hold him close at second base, but that ball's low. It's going to be 3-0. Joyner glances back at Maines, glances a second time. Swinging on 3-0's Luttrell drills a ground ball over to the shortstop. Davis is able to corral it and make a strong throw over to Gant for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Elliott Foreman. Foreman's been hit by a pitch his first two at-bats tonight. First two plate appearances. Actually doesn't have an official at-bat yet because of the hit by pitches. Comes in here with one out, and Maines on second base after a leadoff hit by pitch by Kearns. Stole a base, and Maines doubled to drive him in as Foreman takes outside, ball one. Foreman steps back in. Takes at the knees for a strike. Evens it up, 1-1. Mineola's moved into their massive overshift here with the shortstop. As Foreman takes high there for ball two. Two and one's your count, one out. Top of the fifth inning, New Diana has taken a 1-0 lead over Mineola. As Foreman takes low for ball three. So Joyner struggling here a bit with his command after the hit by pitch of Kearns. He's was three straight balls on Luttrell and run to a 3-1 count here on Foreman. That ball's smashed but foul. Down the third base line. That'll fill her up 3-2. Foreman got the barrel on it, was just out ahead of it. The 3-2. Going to be popped foul. First baseman Gant giving chase. It's going to be out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2, one out. Foreman steps back in. Joyner gets the sign from Anderson. Comes set, checks Maines at second. Maines bounces back and forth. That ball smashed. Beats the shift. As Maines is going to turn. Round third. Throw's coming home. Cut off. Throw to second's going to get Foreman. But not before he plates Maines. And New Diana will take a 2-0 lead. Foreman hit that ball absolutely on the screws between the third baseman and the overshifted shortstop. Beat the shift. Martinez waved Maines around. Ball was cut off by the third baseman and fired over to second to get Foreman for the second out of the inning. So nobody on, two outs. New Diana takes a 2-0 lead over Mineola here in the top of the fifth inning. It's going to bring up your DH and pitcher, cleanup hitter number 18, Zach Malone. Malone's got a single and is grounded out to the first baseman. That ball's going to be flared down the first baseline, foul. 0-1. The 0-1. That ball's also hammered down the line. If it's fair, it's just foul. I couldn't see by how much, but it wasn't by much. Couldn't have been by more than just a few feet there, but the umpire immediately held his hands up, so. Eagle hitters are hammering that left field corner. It's going to make the count, 0-2. On Malone as Anderson sets up outside. Malone just able to get a piece of that to foul it back. Even the count, 0-2. Excuse me. We'll do it again at 0-2. Two outs. New Diana is taking a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. As Malone sits on that breaking ball, is able to foul it back. We'll do it again. Joyner getting ready to deliver his 85th pitch of the ball game. Eagles have done a good job in extending this inning. Maines led it off with a hit by pitch, stole a base, scored on a Maines double, and Foreman came up after Luttrell grounded out. So that ball is going to be fouled back once again. Foreman came up and hit a 1-out single through the shift. Maines was able to score from second, and Foreman was tagged out advancing to second as the throw was cut off coming home. But so we've got 2 out, top 5. The 0-2 to Malone. It's going to be a fastball. It's going to be hammered out to right field, but Head gets underneath it. It's going to retire the Eagles, but not before they take the first lead of the ball game. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning, your score, New Diana 2, Mineola 0. Bottom of the 5th inning in Kilgore, Texas. New Diana leads Mineola in Game 1 of the area playoff series 2-0. As the press box is continuing to let the music play here, and the umpire is waving his hand for them to shut it off. The Eagles pushed across 2 runs in the top half of the 5th. Malone's first pitch to number 7 hitter left fielder Brady Schrum is in the dirt. Ball 1. Eagles scored 2 runs on 2 hits and a hit by pitch and a stolen base last inning. Is that Malone offerings high for ball 2? Malone misses off the inside corner. It's going to run the count 3-0. As Mineola's got their 7, 8, 9 hitters up this inning. It's important the Eagles come back and have a shutdown inning here after pushing 2 across in the last inning. Keep the momentum. Misses low for ball 4. It's going to be the second free pass of the ball game issued by Malone. Got to bring up center fielder Thomas Hooten. Hooten walked and made it all the way to third base. His last at bat. Kearns is on the grass at third, fully expecting a bunt here from Hooten. Malone kicks, fires. It's going to be a ground ball to Kearns. Fires to Atkinson at second. Newland to first. Hooten just beats out the double play. Tremendous job there to try to turn it by the Eagles. Atkinson made as quick a turn as he possibly could, but Hooten just beat it down the line. So they will get the fielder's choice out at second base. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, right fielder Jack Hurd. Hurd laid down a sacrifice bunt his last at bat. Tries to do the same here. Fouls it back. 0-1. Oh and 1, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. New Diana leads Mineola 2-0. After an RBI by Maines and Foreman in the top half of the frame. The 1-0 to Hurd. Actually bounced off of him there after it, but he was still in the box. So going to have an 0-2 count here. Hurd with a long look down to his third base coach. Steps into the box as Hooten takes his lead away from first. Long kicks and fires outside, 1-2. Long look in here from Malone. Comes set. That ball's going to be flared out to second baseman Atkinson. Fires over to Newland at first. Able to double off Hooten. Excellent dig there by Newland. It's going to be the end of the 5th inning. Moving to the top of the 6th. Your score, New Diana 2, Mineola 0. New Diana leads Mineola 2-0. Bottom half of the last inning, Mineola got a runner on and had a little flare out to second base with 1 out, man on first. Atkinson was able to snare it and fired over to first bases, able to double off Hooten to end the inning in the threat for the Yellow Jackets. Eagles going to be led off by number 6, Ethan Atkinson. Atkinson takes outside for ball 1. Joyner misses there, ball 2. Atkinson's 0 for 2 on the day. He's flown out to left field and grounded out to the shortstop his last at bat. Joyner kicks and fires. That ball's going to be skied out to center field. Center fielder Hooten moves over and makes the grab. First out of the inning. That's Joyner's 91st pitch of the ball game. Through the first 5 and a third. It's going to bring up first baseman Jacob Newland. Newland's 0 for 1 on the day. Skied out to center field his first at bat and walked his last. Newland steps into the box here. 1 out. Anderson set up on the inside corner. Newland first pitch swinging is going to have a little flare back out to center field. Hooten sets up underneath it and makes the catch. Back-to-back flyouts out there to center field. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Hayden Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 2 on the day. Went down on strikes and popped out to the catcher his last at bat. Comes up here with nobody out. Top of the 6th inning, your score, New Diana 2, Mineola 0. Joyner's first pitch misses low for ball 1. Had a couple of defensive gems so far for New Diana. Able to hold the Yellow Jackets to only 1 run thus far. That Joyner fastball is going to be flared back, even the count at 1-1. Malone's done an exceptional job pitching through the first 5 innings. He's only had 59 pitches. Doing a great job of pitching the contact. And a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts. That pitch is going to be popped up. Third baseman Bell comes in, makes the grab for the last out of the inning. Eagles go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th, moving to the bottom of the 6th. Your score, New Diana 2, Mineola 0. Bottom of the 6th inning for the Mineola Yellow Jackets to be back to the top of their lineup. Catcher Coy Anderson. Anderson's 0 for 2 on the day. He's grounded out to Kearns to start the ball game. Popped out to Newland his last at bat. New Diana took the lead back in the 5th inning, 2-0. That remains your score. First pitch from Malone misses outside, ball 1. Game 1 of the area series between Sabine and Harmony has went final. Sabine wins that ball game 11-7 to take a 1-0 lead as Anderson fouls that ball down the third base line, evens the count at 1-1. So the winner of the Harmony-Sabine series will face the winner of the will face Atlanta. That series is actually already over as Atlanta defeated White Oak today. That ball is going to be hit out to left field. Hayden Thomas moves back, makes the grab. First out of the inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Riley Fowler. Fowler has the lone Yellow Jacket hit, was a bunt single back in the third inning. Went down on strikes his first at bat. Comes up here with nobody on, one out. Bottom of the sixth. New Diana leads 2-0. Winner of this series will play the winner of the Mount Vernon Elysian Field series that starts tomorrow at 2 p.m. Fowler with a line drive single right back up the middle. It's going to be the second hit of the evening for him and the Yellow Jackets. So with one out, it's going to bring up the shortstop, number 10, Kason Davis. Davis was Malone's strikeout victim in the first inning and then flew out to left field his last at bat. Fowler takes his lead away from first base. Malone comes set. Kicks and fires right down the middle, strike one. That a way to attack with first pitch strike. Scoreboard's got it marked as a ball, but pretty sure that was a strike. That ball's hit hard. It's going to go out to left fielder Thomas. It's going to be a one-out single, so back-to-back singles here for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, first baseman Caleb Gant. One out, bottom of the sixth. Anderson led off the inning with a fly out to left field and had back-to-back singles by Fowler and Davis. As he squares to bunt, Newland charges, misses 0-1. Newland's going to play way in on the grass here, expecting the bunt here from Gant. It's not often you see a cleanup hitter bunting, but 1-0, one out. Fowler takes his lead away from second. Takes off. Bunt's going to be laid down, and it's going to be a good one. Covering at first base is going to be Atkinson to force out Gant. Good sacrifice there. Did advance the runners to second and third. Was the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Spencer Joyner. Joyner grounded out to Malone his first at bat and flew out to right field his last at bat. Comes up here with two Yellow Jackets in scoring position. New Diana leads Mineola here in the bottom of the sixth, 2-0. Yellow Jackets threatening. Back-to-back hits this inning. Malone's first pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Joyner steps back into the box. Malone working from the wind. Steps, kicks, fires. It's going to be a flare down the right field line. Brewer giving chase, misses the ball. It's going to go all the way to the wall. That's going to plate both runners. Mineola's going to tie it up here. 2-2. As Joyner comes up with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. Looked like Brewer gave chase there. Thought he was there in time, but just went under his glove. Ball rolled to the wall, so that's going to tie it up here. 2-2, bottom of the sixth. It's going to bring up the DH. Number 15, Connor Gibson. Gibson reached on an error his first at bat and flew out to center field his second. Going to have a visit here from assistant pitching coach Sean Stacy, as the Yellow Jackets have tied it up here with their third hit of the inning. Foreman meets Coach Stacy out on the mound as he talks to Malone. Inning was started with a fly out by leadoff hitter Coy Anderson, and Riley Fowler came up and hit a single right back up the middle. That was followed by a single from the shortstop Kason Davis, and then a sacrifice bunt by Caleb Gant advanced the runners to second and third. And pitcher Spencer Joyner came up and helped himself with a double down the right field line. All tied here at 2. Yellow Jackets still threatening with Joyner taking the lead away from second. That pitch is going to be hit out to center field. John Luttrell moves over to his left. He's going to make the catch. Tired side. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. Going to the top of the 7th, Mineola has tied it up. 2-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning here at Driller Park. New Diana and Mineola are all tied at 2. Mineola pushed 2 runs across in the bottom half of the last inning, courtesy of a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Spencer Joyner. Eagles are going to be led off by number 3, Peyton Brewer. Swings and misses at Joyner's 96th pitch of the ball game. 0-1. Brewer's 0-2. Strikeout victim and flew out to left field his last at bat. He's going to foul that one back, make the count 0-2. Eagles are no stranger to close games this season. They played in 3 or 4 one-run ball games and a couple of extra 11-inning ball games during their district season. The 0-2 is going to be flown out to Hooten. Hooten's charging in hard, not able to make the catch. It's going to fall. Hooten had to come a long ways for that ball. Just almost made it to the infield. He had to come so far. A little flare there by Brewer, but so Eagles are going to have the leadoff man on with one out, or excuse me, with a leadoff single by Brewer. Bring up the third baseman, number 8, Austin Kearns. Kearns was hit by a pitch and scored the first New Diana run in the top half of the 5th inning. Steps in here as Brewer takes his lead away from first. Squares to bunt, pulls back. Believe the umpire called that a strike. Be 0-1. Kearns has the sign from Martinez, steps back into the box. 0-1, nobody out, top 7. Brewer takes off, ball's going to be in the dirt. No chance to get him, it's going to be a stolen base. So with nobody out, Eagles have a man in scoring position here. 1-1 count on Kearns. As the Mineola defense looked over at the dugout as the coach gave all of his signs. Still have the overshift on with the shortstop, playing close to the third base bag as Joyner spins and turns, but nobody's covering. Nobody's really holding Brewer on here with the shortstop playing so close to third base. as the coach relays more signs out to the infield. Safe to see who's covering the back here. Looks like the shortstop's going to come over and give chase as Kearns takes it to knees for strike 2. 1-2. Now the second baseman Fowler is going to play a little bit closer as that ball's way outside. Good stop there by Anderson. Keep it from going to the screen. 2-2. Had a couple of good catchers here in this game. Both have done an exceptional job of keeping those pitches at the dirt in front of them. The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Great at bat here by Kearns. Filled it up. 3-2. Nobody out. Peyton Brewer on second base after a leadoff single and a stolen base. That ball's low. It's going to send Kearns down to first base. So the Eagles will have the first 2 men on here. Take us back to the top of the order. Number 7, Darren Maines. Maines comes up 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Had an RBI double his last at bat. Was second double of the ball game as everybody looks down at Coach Martinez for signs. Shortstop for Mineola continues to play the other shift. As the second baseman's fairly far off there, Maines is going to pop the first pitch up. Anderson's back at the fence. Did it hit the fence? No, we're not sure. Do not believe so. He caught it, so Maines is going to be retired, but Brewer's able to tag in advance, and so is Kearns. Very difficult to see. We had a pretty good look at it. I don't believe, folks, he caught it off the fence. He did a good job of keeping the glove between the ball and the fence, and he did cradle the ball against his chest. But so that's going to be the first out of the inning here. But Maines was able to get the runners moved. That's going to bring up center fielder John Luttrell. Luttrell's 0 for 3 on the day. Got the first baseman Gant playing way in on the grass, possibly expecting a bunt here. He's going to back off now, and as he saw Luttrell swung away at that first Joyner offering and fouled it back. So 0-1 your count, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. New Diana has runners on second and third. John Luttrell at the plate. If we're able to hit anything up the middle, there's a gaping hole as second baseman Fowler is playing shaded toward second base. Shaded toward first base as Luttrell swings and misses. 0-2. Anything on the ground here will score a run. If Luttrell's just able to make contact, as the infield's all playing deep except for the third baseman. He's even with the bag. That's going to fly it out. Second baseman Fowler's moving back. Sets up underneath it, makes the catch. Brewer's going to tag. He's coming home. He's going to be tagged out at the plate. So that's going to end the top of the 7th inning for the Eagles. Score's going to remain 2-2, moving to the bottom of the 7th. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning here from Driller Park. It's New Diana threatened in the top half of the 7th, but Peyton Brewer was thrown out at home plate, tagging to steal on a shallow fly ball. Shallow pop out to the second baseman. He caught it just on the outfield grass there in front of the right fielder and fired up the line at home, but Brewer really had no shot. Tried to avoid the tag, but it was too late. So Mineola does have their 7, 8, 9 hitters coming to the plate. They touched up Malone last inning for 3 hits, got both of their runs, left one man on base. So if the Eagles are going to win this one, it's going to go to extras. Number 13, Brady Schrum will lead off. Walked his last at bat. Popped out to Newland, his first base, his first at bat. That last out at home certainly got the crowd for Mineola fired up here at Driller. First pitch fouled back, 0-1. The 0-1 from Malone. Curveball misses high. Even the count at 1-1. Malone kicks, fires. Fouled back, 1-2. The 1-2. Fastball is going to be grounded. Shortstop Darren Maines runs, throws on the run. It's going to pull Newland off the bag. That's going to go down as E6. Newland tried to stretch and grab it and stay on, but not really a chance there. So the Yellow Jackets going to have the leadoff man on here. He's going to bring up center fielder Thomas Hooten. Hooten squares to bunt. Laid it down, bunted it off the plate, back to the backstop. 0-1. Getting that leadoff man on is so crucial because then you can sacrifice, and then you have if you're able to be successful with your sacrifice, you have a man on second with less than 2 outs. Kearns is crouching in on the grass here at third. Hooten squares again to bunt, this time pulled back. Taken for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Nobody out. Strum's on first base after a reaching base on an error. The 1-1 to Hooten. Lays down a bunt. It's going to be just foul up the first base line. Be 1-2. As Hooten's going to walk down, and coach is going to meet him there about halfway down the third base line and get some instruction. Kearns still expecting the bunt, playing way in on the grass here. Newland's holding the runner on at first. The 1-2 from Malone. Hooten squares again, this time pulls back, ball 2. 2-2's you count. The 2-2. Hooten squared again. Kearns charging. Bunt's going to be laid down. Picked up by Foreman. Fires over to Newland at first. It's going to dribble past him. That's going to allow Schrum to get all the way to third base. So with nobody out here, the Eagles are going to be in a bit of trouble. Mineola has runners at the corners. After a good bunt there, wasn't able to be handled by Foreman. Made an errant throw down to first base. Newland wasn't able to pick it. So we'll see what Coach Martinez decides to do here. We're going to have a mound visit here from Coach. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you. Coach Martinez finishes his trip to the mound. Umpire goes out and breaks it up. Mineola has runners at the corners here. After a couple of errors by the Eagles have allowed them to get the men into scoring position here. So the winning run is 90 feet away. Newland's in on the grass at first base. Kearns even with the bag at third. As Malone comes on the inside corner to number 9 hitter, right fielder Jack Hurd, strike one. Eagles are obviously giving second base to Hooten as it means nothing at this point. Hurd squares to bunt. As Hooten takes off down to second base, Foreman fakes the throw. No throw with the winning run waiting on third base here. Counts 1-1 on Hurd. The Eagles are able to somehow get an out here without a run scoring. They'll probably walk the leadoff hitter, which will load the bases and create a double play opportunity. The 1-1. Swung on, foul tipped into Foreman's glove for strike two. Take the count to 1-2, nobody out, bottom of the seventh inning. Newland's going to retreat back to even with the bag at first. Rest of the infield still remains in. The 1-2. Good block there by Foreman. Excellent block. Ball was about 3 feet outside. He was able to slide over and keep it in front of him, keep that run at third base. That's going to even the count at 2-2. Since Hurd squared there with 2 strikes, Newland's back on the grass here. About even with the pitcher's mound down the first base line. Malone kicks, fires. The 2-2 swung on and missed. It's going to be strike one. Excuse me, out number 1. That's going to take us back to the top of the lineup with the catcher, Coy Anderson. Anderson looks down and gets the signs from his coach. Looks like we will issue a free pass here to Anderson to load the bases, create the force. And that's going to bring up second baseman Riley Fowler. Fowler comes up 2 for 3, has singled each of his last 2 at-bats. Bases full of Yellow Jackets here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Your score is 2-2. Fowler fouls the first pitch back from Malone. 0-1. One out. Bases loaded. Newdan and Mineola all square at 2. In this first game of the area playoff series. Malone comes set. It's going to be flared down the third baseline. Foul. 0-2's your count. A lot of tension here in the ballpark. You can feel it with every pitch. Outfield for New Diana's playing shallow. Obviously, a deep fly ball scores the run anyway, so try to take away the shallow pop fly single. Middle infield's a double play depth. Corners are at even with the bags. The 0-2 from Malone. Good block there by Foreman. Takes the count to 1-2. One, two, one out. As Fowler looks down at the third base coach, giving the signs. The 1-2. Curveball misses high, 2-2. Two and two, one out. Malone delivers. It's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman Atkinson flips over to Maines at first. Second throw's going to go wide. Mineola's going to score. That's going to be your ball game. They're going to walk it off here in the bottom of the seventh inning and win game one of the area playoff series against New Diana, 3-2. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes with the final lines and stats. As Mineola has defeated New Diana in game one of the area playoff series here. 3 runs. Mineola scores 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. New Diana scores 2 runs, 5 hits, and 3 errors. Mineola came back and scored 2 runs in the 6th and scored 1 run in the 7th without getting a hit, courtesy of a couple of errors by the Eagles. Looking at the final line here, Zach Malone is going to take the loss here for the Eagles. Pitched 6 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And number 5, Spencer Joyner is going to get the win. 7 innings, complete game, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Mineola's an exceptionally scrappy team. Played hard, never gave up, and took advantage, more importantly, took advantage of the Eagle small mistakes this evening. So game 2 is tomorrow night, right back here at Driller Park at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, Friday, May the 14th. And then we hope there'll be an if necessary game on Saturday. It'll be 1 p.m. right back here at Driller Park as well. If the Eagles are going to advance, that's what we're going to have to do. We are going to have to play Saturday. So this has been Jeff Newland on the New Diana Eagle Radio Baseball Network. We certainly appreciate you listening and hope you'll tune in for tomorrow night's game. Thanks.